Hello everyone, and welcome back. I'm just out here playing around with the fish house, trying to get the gas lines put on. I went up and got the little reducer piece that I needed. And right now they just showed up with another load of wood and he's back there unloading it. A little bit of light snow falling. They're saying anywhere from 1 to 5 inches in the next 3 days. It's the next day. The truck come in here last night, or yesterday afternoon, and he got the wood dropped, and then he got stuck. And I had to pull him with the Farmhouse, the tractor, pulled him 2 times forward, and he just kept getting stuck. So then I pulled him backwards, as far back as I could go, and he would still just be stuck. That snow was at that right temperature where the truck would just spin. Finally, I got behind him with the bucket and I pushed on the truck and kept pushing and pushing and got him going, and then he just kept going the whole way out the driveway. So yeah, I didn't film any of that because it was just came up all of a sudden. And yeah, I was wondering if he was going to get out of here or not. Lucky I had chains on the tractor because it would dig and spin, and then you apply the brake to that tire and then the other one will spin, and finally it would grab and pull that truck. But there's a lot of big pieces in there. I do think red oak burns just like magic, but I like the size of the maple and the birch better than the oak. There's a lot of stuff. It's going to need some pretty big handling there. Going to need to split it up. At 5 o'clock this morning, it was 23 degrees out. Right now it's about 11:15 and it's dropped to 15. It's going to keep dropping, and now we're going to go into the deep freeze for at least a week. It's going to be really cold. But it's really nice to be able to come into the workshop and it's nice and warm. I got to get this sure step put on the ice castle here in the next week. And I'm trying to figure out, because you've got your frame and then you've got cross members, and I can't hit a cross member with these 2 bolts. So, and I'm limited on that one side because we've got the door, and then about this far over is the rail that goes up for the awning. So I'm hoping I can get this in there without hitting a cross member. So I wanted to look at that this morning, and it's all spray foamed underneath, so you reach down, and right in that area there is a spot that comes down, but I'm not sure if that's a cross member or if that's just some gooped up spray foam or not. So I think what I'm going to do is bring a little screwdriver, and then I'll push on that to see, and kind of, the door, it's not going to be centered on the door, but it says that in the directions, that it doesn't have to be, of course. So let's go figure it out. It's not getting any warmer. That one should work. Somebody had said in another video when I was cleaning this place out that I probably need a bigger toolbox. I think that would be nice. Get one about 12 inches wider. Would fit everything in there really nice. I really only have about 3.5 inches there. Not even, yeah, I don't have much to play with. No, I don't have any trouble with cross members. They're like way down there. And then there's one way up here. I guess I need to go walk all the way back there and get a bracket and see how I want to set that, because I'm limited because the bracket sticks one way or the other. I would think that it sticks this way. Otherwise, you could just unscrew that and get into your ice castle, but I have no idea. Because remember, this step goes up, and then you can lock it, and it keeps people from just prying your door open. You take them a lot more work to get in there. You have to bend that whole door over the top of the step. This is the one with the lock. And then the short bolt. So that's pretty much how it's going to hook up. So from against the actual ice castle, we're going to be away about 2 inches. And about 37 inches wide total. There we go, one sure step. Installed. You put your lock right here. They also send you a clip you can just put in there if you don't want to lock it. Very nice. ran out of propane with the 230 pounders, so this is a good time for me to put the longer hose on that one. So if we want to run a 100-pound cylinder, we can. And then it was out, so it was cold in here. It was out at 34, and I turned on this little milk house heater. It's up to 45 degrees in just a couple hours. I really like these, and that guy that sent us the, you know, the round like egg type barbecue and then the gas grill. Did he? I think he also sent, yeah, that warm bond, like I cooked on it up at the tent. It's like a smokeless fire pit. Anyway, he asked me if I wanted one of these. And when I was a kid, these were my favorite type of heaters, these milk house ones. And it's by London Sunshine. And yeah, so I told him I would, and then, you know, they want me to show it in a video, and I figured when we go ice fishing we would use it, because if I leave this going, this is just running off the generator. It's got 1300 and 1500 watt. I decided to come out in the workshop for a little bit tonight. It's cold out, it's 8 degrees, it's only 47 in here, so I just turned up the air handler over there. I want to try to see if I can get, this is what I use in the fish house camper for the air conditioning unit, but I wanted to see if I can get something for diesel heater. This is just leftover styrofoam packing stuff from when they sent those batteries to me. It's almost 7:30, so I'm going to call it a night for out here in the workshop. Just trying to get this Silvel heater set up so I can try heating the ice castle. Good morning, everybody. 3 degrees below zero. I don't think I filmed anything yesterday. This is going to be a shorter video. It's cold now. And today, well, this is making sourdough pizza crust, and we're going to make homemade pizzas for lunch. She's been wanting to try the sourdough pizza crust for a while, so last night she did all the work with it, and then now she just made it into little balls that has to sit for 1 hour. And then we can make our pizzas. Good morning, everybody. The actual air temp 13 below, but with the wind chill, or the feels like, is 42 below zero Fahrenheit. We burnt some wood last night in that boiler. I usually get a 12-hour burn, no problem. When it gets colder like this, it'll be sometimes down to like 168, and usually it'll come on at 170, shut off at 180. Today it was down. We were sitting inside and Melissa said, it smells like the regular furnace kicked on, because since that doesn't kick on all the time, when it does, there's like dust. It just smells different in the house. For that first time, and I went out and we were down to 142, so I really loaded it up again. But that wind is what kills it. 13 below is not that cold, but the wind just sucks the air out of everything. So I come out here. I don't know what I'm going to do out here today, but I know I'll be tinkering with something. So turned up the air handler, started that wood stove, start this one, let it run a little bit, warm this room up. The little bit of wood here keeps everything so even inside there that you don't use the boiler as much, and you don't need to put that many pieces of wood into the wood stoves. That first Silvel Diesel Heater I had, my big complaint was they had such a crappy installation manual. It wasn't even the right one that they showed, and it was only like a couple pages. Now they've got a whole book out, which is nice. And I never figured out how to run the remote control except for on high, I believe. So I wanted to just look in here. I need to extend the wires on that because with this one I want it to be outside but run inside the fish house camper. And I want to be able to have the control panel inside, so I'll just run that around the foam that's going to be in the window. And they do have real nice instructions now on how to use it. I was just sitting here thinking, and I don't think I ever talked about the pizzas that we had yesterday with the sourdough crust that Melissa made. It took her a lot of work to do that because she had a couple of hours of stuff to do the night before and then more stuff to do in the morning for it, but that was such good pizza. All of us really liked it. We're definitely going to do that again. And we all got to have different stuff, like Brandon likes jalapenos on his pizza, and I don't like that. So everybody, she made 4 pizzas total. And if we ate 3, and then there's one in the fridge that has mostly been eaten now afterwards as leftovers, but today now she's making frying hamburgers. I was going to make French fries, do them in the deep fryer, but on her diet now she can't have that kind of stuff, and I could make it for just me and Brandon, but for me when I eat it's usually for calories because I know I have to eat, so it was easy for me to say why make that mess and use up all that time when if I'm still hungry I can just have 2 burgers, you know. When I came out here, I told Melissa I'm just coming out here to turn up the stove. That was like an hour ago. I'm still out here. Oh well, if she needed me, she would message me. Get these wires extended. All I have that's even close to this is even bigger than this wire, and this is speaker wire. But it'll work. My next size up was quite a bit bigger. But I want to do them one at a time since I don't have, you know, a red, a black, and a blue. Just make sure that I do each one separate so I don't get anything crossed. Before I tape all this up so it looks pretty, I should probably check, put a battery on this, make sure that my screen comes on. Otherwise I'm going to be really ticked off having to take all that tape off. All I'm going to do is shove these wires in here. Yeah, comes on. Well, that seems like it'll work pretty good. I'm going to leave this rubber piece in here so that if anything pulls on this, it won't pull apart. Yeah, we're looking good. Turn that down a little bit. Go in and have some lunch.
I let Patty want it down in the basement, so I opened the door.
I made it back out here. It's late afternoon now. It's after 4:30. But we watched a movie in there and just getting kind of bored trying to figure out. I want the intake, well, the hot air to come in and the intake to come from inside the castle, so I don't have a hole saw this size because this one's in millimeters, but this seems to go pretty easy. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I think that's about all I'm going to get done this week. I feel like I didn't get anything done this week, but it's been super cold. Got to work tomorrow, so at least the week starts out busy. And now we're down to under 2 weeks till we'll be at the ice fishing thing. Hopefully there will be enough ice to go out there, but if not, we'll be on land. But either way, we're both excited. But we really want to go fishing. We want to be out there. It's a big difference in going somewhere with a fish house camper and camping and then going to some event versus when you're in your fish house, you're fishing. When you're sleeping, you're fishing. That's the whole excitement about it. So, but with this cold weather, I imagine there will be enough ice. I will see you guys on the next video.